Hey y'all, Rhonda here. Luigi and I have been playing. Yeah, anyway, he's got me there a few times. Anyway, he's so fun. Luigi's my kitty, if you didn't know, which never thought I'd be a cat mom, but here I am rocking it. All right, it's time to get our spook on. That's all I'm gonna say. Diamond press, haunted house, instruction sheet, which there's really not much instructions to this. Super cute. Super cute. Just saying. And all these little bits and pieces, baby ghosts and baby ghosts and little hats and top hats and party hats, and it's so stinking cute. Anyway, so I had to open up, look at it, think about it for a minute. It comes with a cutting folder for the marquee. If you don't have a marquee, you should. I am not sponsored by Diamond Press. I just absolutely love them. And, oh, I didn't hinge this one. I hinged this one. If you don't know what I mean, this is what I do. Because these are so hard to get on and off, and then if you take them off and you lay them down and it disappears. Can't find it. So, what I do is put these on evenly as possible. Hopefully. And that's totally not even. Oh, yeah, it is. Just because they're not cut evenly. Okay, I'll scooch that down a hair because they are not cut evenly. Okay, that'll do. I'm even on one side. That's all that matters. All right, then I take my packing tape. And you can do it on the side, on the end, whatever you want to do. I'm going to do it on the end there. So we take a piece of packing tape. Hold your ears. Like this. Lay it down kind of on a grid so you kind of know because it disappears. And then lay this down about halfway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2.5. Close enough. Fold it over. Oh, am I in frame? Fold it over. Burnish. And I took my scissors in there and didn't bring them back. My other ones. That's why we have 5,000 pairs of scissors, because we lose them. We don't put them back like we're supposed to. And we have scissors for every day of the month, every day of the week. We have scissors for tape. We have scissors for fabric. We have scissors for detail. We have scissors because they're cute. We have scissors. Scissors. Okay. So, with that little process, we are now hinged. Not coming off. Then you don't have to worry about trying to get it back on certain. Anyway, so that's what I do when I say I hinge all my stamps. That's what I do. We have this little, that's not the right instructions. Am I losing my mind here? Oh, put the tape back up. I'll put them over here. And talking about this, if you saw my last video with the Christmas lantern, doesn't have to be Christmas. We did snowflakes. Well, we did another Christmassy one. And then somebody, one of my loyal followers, one of my loyal crafty friends, oh, I forgot to move this light. We're going to do shadow puppets. Said, oh, wouldn't that be cute as a greenhouse? Yeah, I'll be cutting some more of that out. We're going to make a greenhouse. I swear, you guys and your good ideas. Anyway, so we have this little jobber right here. This is a stamping guide. I had to get the proper term, stamping guide. So what we're going to do is lay this down on the paper. We're going to make little marks so we can see what the what is. And, I'm getting a little tongue-tied here. Let me back up. Reel it in. Okay. You're going to stamp this, and when you cut it out with the die, these little windows and doors are going to open up. So this little guide is going to show you where to stamp cute little images, so when those doors open up, you'll see them, and you don't have to try to guess and do all that stuff. So pretty smart, huh? All right. All these little images. Oh my word. It's going to kill me. All right. What are we supposed to do first? Okay. We are going to, I have my card base. Well, yeah, this is gonna be the background because we're gonna heat emboss and we're gonna use watercolor. Yeah, my hand's itching. I bought a lottery ticket, not the $5 billion one. I bought a like Missouri lottery ticket or something because I was too late for the other one. I think they're drawing for this one tomorrow or the next day or something. But my hand's itching, so that means I'm gonna get some money. I did get a couple scratch off tickets and nothing. Okay. So I have this that we're going to, what are we going to do? What does it say? Okay, let me back up. I'm getting a little excited here. I'm getting all spookified. Let's just calm down and read the instructions. Okay, stamp the haunted house, cut out stamped card using haunted house die set. Place the teal acetate stamp guide on the top of the A2 card base and lightly trace around, removing blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's what I thought. All right, so I have my base here. A little cat hair. We're going to place this where we would like this. What is all over this? Oh, glitter. Why do we have glitter all over the place? Because I bought glittery stuff at Dollar Tree. If you haven't seen that video, you need to go watch it because it's super cool. Okay. God, Rhonda, clean up before you have company. All right, so we're going to place this down gently. We're going to grab a writing utensil that can be erased, also known as a pencil. Look at that. Just keeps growing. All right, place that somewhere on here that you want. We're going to go down a little bit because I want more of the night sky. All right, so we're going to lightly, which these can be erased. We're just going to do a little bit because, you know, we'll erase it. I just want to see where everything is. Don't move. Don't move. Hold it in place. Okay. Really don't need the outside because I'll stamp those and then cut those out and then we can place them where we want. So we don't need this. We don't need that outline there. I have to think about it a little bit. Oh, this glitter just keeps showing up. All right, so there's our windows. Yep. Put that to the side. Don't lose that. All right, so that's going to be our base. We can stamp little ghosties in there. And I'm going to do something. We're going to watercolor the background. All right, so now we need to stamp the haunted house. All right, and I just have a piece of leftover cardstock because we're going to hack it up. And we are going to use the new Diamond Press stamping flat platform. We're going to see how it works because I don't know. All right, so on this, there's no magnets or anything. We are going to use a piece of this low tack Diamond Press. Make some great things tape. It's going to be in the corner. We're just going to secure it like this. That's pretty good tape. I used it before on something and it's not too shabby. All right, place that right there. Close your platform. Make sure there's no air bubbles. Okay. Oh, I always forget this. Not always, because I just remembered. Are y'all down enough? Yeah. Okay. This is our powder, so our embossing powder does not stick everywhere where we don't want it. All right. And I'm going to need a little piece of paper. I have to get me some coffee filters. You can get 5,000 for like $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. And I keep forgetting to get those because those are the best to use with embossing powder. The best. Okay. Versamark. We're going to ink this up. And we're going to stamp it because we're going to heat emboss. So you need a sticky ink. And you can use different kinds of inks as long as they don't dry quickly. This just happens to be a clear sticky ink that stays sticky for a while. Oh, that stays off of it. Okay. We're going to use this too. see if this works. All right, so it comes with a little foamy thing, adhesive. Let's see if we can get this on here the first try. Not too bad. Okay, and we're going to play air hockey. And I always like to, you know, keep it down for a minute, let it kind of soak in there. This is watercolor paper because we're going to be watercoloring, so we may have to stamp it a couple of times. Oh, that actually looks pretty good. Oh, there's a little spot. We're going to go ahead and do it again because that watercolor paper, you know, will kind of soak it up, and it's bumpy. I mean, it's not super smooth. There's a little spot right there we need to get. So we're just going to go over this again, see if we can get that little spot. Is there anything there? Yep, it's still missing that little spot right there. You want to be careful, not do this too much because you get ghost images. And we don't want ghost images on this. Well, we do, but not the bad ghost kind. All right, we'll just leave that in there and get that in a minute. We need a piece of paper here. And we need some detailed embossing powder because this has lots of detail. So we're going to use Black Detail Hero Arts embossing powder. And we are just going to do a little sprinkle, sprinkle. And we'll sprinkle some more. Ooh, that looks pretty good. And a little bit more. Of course, it may look a little, you know, kind of faded or whatever. But when, oh, missed a little spot right there. No, maybe we didn't. Anyway, that looks pretty good. I don't know what I was saying. Who knows? All right, put that back in there. Save that. Put that back up there. Put the lid on, because always put the lid on if you start heating it. Your heat could get over here and make a big mess. All right, we need a heating device. And I see one. Oh, my lights are flickering. But that's not plugged in really well. All right. So when you heat emboss, you can tell on this is just dull. There's nothing shiny about it or anything. It's just powder. But when you heat it, the magic happens. And you don't want to sit here and do this. That's not the deal. I'm letting this heat up for just a second. And then you're going to put it in one spot. And it'll take it a minute, especially on this watercolor paper. Take it a minute, and then it will start turning. And once it starts turning, you start moving slowly, and it'll really take off. And you have to kind of turn it with the light and make sure it's shiny, because it's turning shiny. That plastic is melting. Put this up here. This over here. Like I said, once it starts, it usually starts really flowing there. Alright, are we all shiny? Shiny and new. Okay, then you have to kind of go back and forth in the light and make sure everything is shiny, because that means it melted. You see it kind of, see how it's shiny now? And it looks like it's all shiny, all melted. So that's why you want detailed embossing powder, because if you got the chunkier, like those window shutters, they would all start running together. That when it melts, that chunky stuff, when it melts, it'll be just a black blob there. All right, let that cool for a minute, and we're going to start watercoloring it. That's what I'm talking about. We're just going to use, I have these sitting here, Jane Davenport's watercolor. All right, and I'm just going to use a few colors. We need What do we need? We need a blue, a purple. What do I have? A brown. There's not very many colors to choose from. We need greens. Oh, there's a yellow. We need that. And we need a watercolor that has water in it. I mean, you know what I mean, one of those. And let me get a rag here. Like I know what I'm doing. All right. I will just start, and then I will probably speed this up so you don't have. Alrighty. Well, today's lesson is don't do what I did. So I stamped out my images on this cute little piece of paper with all these cute little images, and I started to die cut them. I thought, oh look, I can do this. No, they're a little wonky, especially with images that small. Oh, let me turn off my shadow puppet light here. With images that are this small, that small, you need to make an aperture. So what that is And I went through and I just did them all because I'm going to save these. I'm going to put them in their envelope just like this. So you take the die, put it on a little piece of paper, tape it where it hinges, where it will open easily and close easily. Run it through your die cutting machine, and this is what you have. You know, poke out the middle, get rid of it. So when you stamp your image, let me find a pumpkin here. Oh, pumpkin head, where are you? Is that the pumpkin? Added another piece of paper here. This will save you a lot of grief and a lot of bad words being said. All right, see how this hinges? Then you're going to take it and you'll be able, oh, wrong pumpkin, down here. So you're going to be able to see right where it's going to cut. Okay, so you put it right where you want it, hold it down, shut that, and then put a piece of tape that's going to cover the die, the brown piece of paper, and the white paper so it will stay still because you don't want it to move. Run all that through your die cutting machine. Then you will have something that looks like this instead of this poor little guy right here. So, oh, I've got water over there, but I can get water over here. Big difference. So I just went through all these little dies. I'm leaking water over here. Okay. So I went through and did all these, and like I said, I'm going to put them in the envelope just like this. They're all hinged, so I can just stamp them, line them up. Plus, it's easier to find because there's like 5 million ghosts in this set. So that way you can figure out which ghost goes where. It's just so much easier. I mean, come on. Look, this is the bat die. So a little hinge, but see how little it is? This just makes it much easier. All right, so those will go in the envelope with everything else. That will get tossed, and these poor little ghosties will go to Ghost Happy Land. All right, so I have my pieces cut out over here. I finished watercoloring this. We're gonna have to do this bottom when I glue it on there. I die cut it, and so now we have these little windows that open, the little door that opens. Okay. I have my background, and then remember we took the stencil, no, we took the whatever it's called, which I don't even know where it is now. Here somewhere, I'll find it when I start cleaning up. But it's the outline of the haunted house, and you make little lines, stamp your images. So then when you line this up, you'll be able to see your little ghosties, your little bats, or whatever inside. This one will open up. Okay. All right, well, let's start putting this thing together. I have an A2 size card base. I decided to go with a green mat. And if you notice, this can make a big difference too. See what that looks like? See what that looks like? I don't have a purple, but the background can make a big difference. So try a few and see what pops at you, and just go from there. All right, so let's put, because this is my watercolor paper, which I did a lot of watercoloring and stamping on, and it's a little warped. I heated it. It is what it is. So we're going to do that to get this down flat before we put our house on. All right, so let's put on our base, our mat, whatever you want to call it. All right, I have to get the pokey tool. With score tape, a lot of times it's easier to go down here instead of right here at the end. Go down a little bit and then reach right under, and it works perfectly. We're going to dog ear it. And we're going to line this up where we want it. Don't press that corner down yet until you see where you have everything and where you want it. Then press that corner down, and it's not going to go anywhere. I hold it and then just pull and press down. And then we're going to do the other side same way. And of course that's not going to work because I'm on camera. Pokey tool. And then just lay this down and do the pull method again. So now that's on there nice and straight and fairly even. All right, make sure your card opens up the way you want it. Don't ask me why. You should always double check that. All right, I put tape on all 4 corners on this one. I'm going to open this side up. If you hear some commotion back there, it's just Luigi. He's having his Zooms here late in the evening. So he's over there in his kitty hotel playing, chasing his tail, and no telling what else. But that's all that ruckus over there. Again, place that where you want it. It's a little crooked, but that's all right. It's homemade. And this one you got to be really careful because it's already warped. And then we're going to start taking off the sides or the ends. And this side. And this one. I'm just going to kind of slide like this. Get it as flat as possible. If it's really warped, you know, you could put one in the middle, but that turned out pretty good. All right, we're just going to use flat or just liquid adhesive on this and just put it straight down. We're going to have to add a little green here to the bottom. I'm going to open these because I want to make sure my little ghosties are lined up where they're supposed to. Make sure everybody's peeking outside. For the most part. Are we good? Are we good? Open you up a little bit more. Okay, pretty good. We're going to use some, I always want to twist that. We're going to use some diamond press glue. I used it on the lantern, which it had a lot of acetate on it, and it started popping off. It was probably because it was acetate just in general, so that wasn't a good trial run there. I probably should have used score tape on that. So I'll go back and use score tape, but we're going to try this on here. Like so. All right, and then we're going to line it up with our little ghosties in the window. That could be a song, Ghosties in the Window. Oop. Okay, let's see here. Feels like that it grabs it pretty quickly. Put that down, make that flat. You could put, you know, like your little diamond press or book or something on this and let it set up so it won't be, you know, have a tendency to wave. So we're going to hold this for just a second. Talk amongst yourselves. Topic, trip to Paris. Go. Okay. Enough of that. All right. So this is what we have so far. We need to add a little green to the bottom here. So let's do that. I'm going to add a little bit of water. Oh, we need to put the lid back on. Turn it upside down so it's ready. I'm going to carefully add a little bit of water because I don't want this too dark. All right, let's add a little bit of green here, just a little zhuzh. Nothing real dramatic. See if we can't blend that in just a little bit. That could just be the, you know, certain area there. If we did want to add a little more color, we could do that. Just a little zhuzhy. Oh, great. He's exploring in the craft jungle. So if you hear a big crash or something, it's just Luigi just playing. All right, let's call that good. We're going to heat it just a smidge so we can continue on. Maybe here I am making all this noise. All right. Heat it up, baby. All right. That's good. Good. All right. Let's have some of these little characters flying around here. What do we have? All right, so we have some pumpkins we need to put around. Let's see, here's a small one. We could put right there. That kind of covers him up. We could put the little one in the back. Oh, I have to play with that a little bit. We even have a little witch's hat. Oh my goodness, who's gonna wear that one? Oh, that's cute. Oh, we have a little top hat too. We could have one of these little ones. Here we can have this little guy wearing a top hat, just because we can. Luigi, get out of there. So he could wear a little top hat, you know. Oh, somebody can wear a bow. Do we want? Oh, those are. So you could wear like a bow tie, or you could do a bow in the hair. Oh, there we go. We need a bow in the hair. And there's one that says creepy. Oh, and this one needs to have carrying his little trick-or-treat thing right there. And bats. Okay, let me play around with this a little bit. I'll start gluing some things down and we'll see what we have. Well, all right then. I just kept gluing. I just kept placing and gluing and placing and gluing, and I got it finished. What do you think? Oh, and I forgot about the moon and the stars, and so I stamped it with Versamark, and I had some embossing powder, fluorescent yellow, and embossed it with that. And then this little part in the middle, I used this jelly roll pen, and it's the, I don't know what they call it, kind of the glittery kind. It's not really a color, but glittery kind. Kind of filled that in. And so here we have it. Oh, I got tape stuck to me. So you open up your little windows, and there's your little bats, and there's a little pumpkin head, and a little little ghost, and we have a little baby ghost up here, and a little bat right there, and eek, and look at him. Look at his face. Creepy. And look at her with the bow. Isn't that cute? I think this turned out so cute. And we'll stamp a sentiment or something in the middle. And then I always like to do a little something on the envelope. Give them a little treat of, a little sneak peek of maybe what's in there. But I always like to do something. So this is the envelope that goes with that. And then we'll address it, send it to somebody. And we have to stamp it that it was made by me, because it's a little work of art. So you should always sign your creations. And is that stuck down? Let me just see right here. I used the, no, it's just in, there we go. Happy little pumpkin in there. Diamond press glue. I'm going to keep working with it and see. I'm a little, don't know yet. It's okay, but I'm going to work with it some more and we'll just go from there. So, happy creepy Halloween. Happy something. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. And, yeah, don't forget to make apertures. Don't do like I did the first time. And have little wonky characters there. No wonky stuff. All right, until next time. Bye for now.